Hey, Monica. You got a minute?
Hey, Bryant, what's up?
It's about Friday's date.
Oh, I see. What is it?
Turns out, I'm not actually gonna be able to make it after all.
Oh?
Sorry, this one's totally out of my hands. I think I mentioned this before, but it's an important business meeting with an overseas company I'm looking to set up a long-term working relationship with. I always have to arrange meetings with these guys with the gap in time zones in mind. Which is why they always tend to be in the evening for me. And there's not much I can do about it.
What's the problem? Surely you can just get the meeting over with early. You're a freelancer, right? I thought you were flexible on stuff like this.
The only reason we're having the meeting in the first place is because of the client, so unfortunately, it's not as simple as dipping out early. Besides, they told me that even if we get done early, it's gonna take at least 4 or 5 hours. Don't worry, babe. I'll make up for it. I promise.
Fine. But if we're canceling, you have to take me to a fancy restaurant next weekend and splash out on me then instead.
Okay, that's fair. What do you want to eat?
I think I'm in the mood for French food.
It's settled then. Let's go to that 3-star French restaurant you've been wanting to go to?
Oh, that place! It looks just amazing. Deal. Thanks, baby.
I heard it's got a dress code, so we have to look the part.
Got it. Oh yeah, that reminds me. It seems like I lost my earring when I was in your room the other day. I can't find it anywhere, and that's the only place I can think of. I promise I won't get in your way while you're working, babe. Do you mind if I come in and look for it now?
Listen. The thing is, I'm just about to head out to meet a client.
Can I go in with the spare key then?
I'm
going out with the girls tomorrow, and I really want to wear those earrings. They're my favorite pair. Please, baby.
Meh. I guess there's no harm. Okay. Please remember one thing, though. My study is off limits. Just like always, okay? Absolutely do not go in there under any circumstances.
Got it.
Monica, good morning. Do you have a minute? There's a little something I need to ask you about.
Sure, what is it?
It's about yesterday. You came over while I was out with a client to look for the earring you lost, right?
That's right. I didn't find it in the end, though.
Oh, really?
That was my favorite earring, too. I was so disappointed.
Yeah, that's a real shame. Anyway, forgive me, but let's put that conversation to one side for a minute.
What's wrong?
Did you go in my study?
I may have gone in there very briefly.
I knew it!
I was so desperate to find my earring. I knew I wouldn't be able to get it off my mind if I didn't go over the entire place with a fine-tooth comb, which meant peeking in your study, too. But don't worry, I didn't look at your computer or any documents or anything official or important looking related to your work. Even if I did, I probably wouldn't understand.
That's fine, but I didn't really have anything that could cause me trouble if you saw it anyway. And that's not what I'm asking about. Listen, Monica? Did you open my desk drawer?
Oh, is this about the ring?
Huh? Yes, it actually is.
Yeah, I took it.
What? You took the ring without my permission?
Well, I figured it was for me anyway. Wait, it was, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, it was, but...
What's the problem then? I just took what was mine. You have no idea how good the timing was on this. You got me out of a real pinch. Thanks, baby.
I got you out of a real pinch.
So here's the thing. Remember that girls' holiday I went on a little while back? You see, one of my friends covered the $350 for my plane ticket. She lent it to me on the condition I pay her back by today. She was really insistent. I got bang on $350 for the ring at the pawnbrokers. Can you believe how lucky that is?
You sold the ring? You sold it for $350?
I did think about trying to haggle the guy up a bit, but whatever. I'm just happy I was able to pay off my debt.
You have got to be kidding me!
But really, Bryant? If you're gonna buy me presents, you really should push the boat out more.
Excuse me?
I understand you never get as much for the retail price when you sell stuff to a pawnbroker, but even taking that into account, I wish you would have bought me something a little higher quality. Aren't I worth more to you than $350?
Oh my god, Monica! What have you done? As far as I can see, either one of two things has happened here. Either you let him haggle you down to an absurdly low price, or you went to a shady pawnbroker.
Huh?
You would have never gotten so little for it otherwise.
What do you mean?
That was an expensive top-of-the-range ring!
Huh? It was? How much?
$25,000!
$25,000?
And a real diamond in it! And not just a small one either!
Seriously? I thought it was just some cheap, tacky, cubic zirconia.
I bought it at the most luxurious jeweler in the state. I had to book an appointment just to go in and browse, for crying out loud. The appraisal certificate was right next to the ring in the drawer. Are you saying you didn't notice?
I didn't notice. Don't worry, baby. I'm gonna head back to the pawnbrokers and get it back. Just you wait. Ryan's?
How did it go?
They don't have it anymore.
What?
Apparently they sold it yesterday.
Seriously? Do you have any idea who bought it?
They said they're not at liberty to disclose that information.
Oh my god. That's it then. There's nothing we can do.
But this isn't so bad, Bryant. I mean, think about it. It was for me in the first place, right?
Well, it was. But I feel like that's not the...
No problem then. Just think of this as having given me it a little earlier than expected. This happened after I got a hold of it, and I had no way of knowing, so it can't be helped. Plus, it did pay off my debt, every cloud. No use crying over spilled milk, you know. It's fine, baby, really.
What?
I won't deny it is a little unfortunate, but I'm not gonna let it bother me, so you shouldn't either. Please let it go. Okay, that settles it then. That's the end of that.
How can you move on from this so easily?
Life's too short to dwell on bygones. What's done is done. We could cry and complain and be all down in the dumps, but where would it get us? Let's take a forward-looking, constructive attitude towards this, okay? You can't choose what happens to you, but you can choose how you react to it.
What the hell are you talking about? Happens to you? But you're the one who...
More importantly, let's think about something a little more fun. This conversation is boring now. That reminds me! Did you already make the booking at the fancy French restaurant next weekend? Since we don't eat out at places that nice very often, I think we should make the most of it and go for the 7 courses with champagne option.
That's enough!
Huh?
We're not going to the restaurant.
What? Why not? Aren't you forgetting something? This is your way of apologizing to me for canceling our date on Friday. You still have making up to do, mister. It has nothing to do with the whole ring thing. You're still not hung up on that, are you? Geez, seriously? You better not be sulking.
You still don't understand, do you?
Understand what?
Come on, just think about this. When do I buy you presents? Excluding our anniversary and your birthday, I almost literally never buy you anything. Yet there I was, about to give you a $25,000 ring. Did that not make you stop and think about it for even 1 second?
No, not this again. Look, baby, I'm really touched you bought me something so nice. I am. But it's gone now. Can't we just, get over it already?
That was an engagement ring!
Huh?
The booking at the French restaurant next week. On the surface, it was my way of apologizing for the date we missed on Friday. But in reality, the plan from the beginning was to propose to you there.
What? Really?
Remember before, when you said you'd always dreamed of being proposed to at a luxury restaurant with a beautiful view of the nighttime landscape? The plan was to get down on one knee while we were eating and pop the question. I wanted to make your dream a reality. That's why I intended to keep it hidden from you until the day. It was supposed to be a surprise. That's why I went out of my way to make sure the ring was stashed away in the desk drawer of my study that you weren't supposed to go in. Huh? What kind of reaction is that?
Sorry, baby, I'm just a little incredulous. Forgive me, but I have to ask you this. Can you really afford something as expensive as a $25,000 ring?
Huh?
Do freelancers really make that much money?
That differs from person to person.
But you buying a $25,000 ring? I just can't believe it.
I just went with the old, an engagement ring should be 3 times your month's salary rule. And that's how much it came to.
What? So you must make, what, over $8,000 a month? And wait, what? No, wait, $10,000 a year?
Well, there are taxes and some other minor deductions to take into account, but if you calculate a rough overall figure, then yes, more or less.
Well, if you're that rich, you could just buy me a new ring then. Can't you?
Huh?
I understand what happened is a little unfortunate, but if you work hard, you can make up for it in no time. It's just like they say, when you fall off your horse, you get straight back on it.
You're something else.
Do it for me, Bryant.
No, No! That's it. I can't do this anymore.
Where's your fighting spirit? And to think you call yourself a man. Did you say the restaurant wasn't booked? That's okay. In that case, leave it to me. I'll call them now.
It's not that I didn't book it, Monica. I just canceled it.
Huh? Why?
Because I'm breaking up with you.
What?
I can't do this anymore. I had no idea you were this irrational and lacking in common sense.
Common sense? Don't be so nasty. What does that mean?
Do you seriously still not get it?
Duh, that's why I'm asking, dummy.
You sold the engagement ring you took, without my permission, from a closed drawer in a room I told you not to go in. Your attitude, when you found out that you had no hope of getting it back, was awful. It was like you didn't care. Then, in spite of knowing the ring cost me $25,000, you didn't even show an inkling of any kind of sense of personal responsibility. Instead, basically ordering me to go out and get you a new one, like I'm your personal ATM. You genuinely seem to have no idea whatsoever of how awful and problematic your behavior is. I can't do this anymore. I just can't.
Oh my god!
Please, never contact me again.
Bryant, wait, please? How am I the bad guy here all of a sudden? I didn't do anything wrong! Ugh, Bryant!
A few days later, I sent Monica a compensation claim for the engagement ring through my lawyer. My lawyer, unbelievably, told me the response he got was, "That ring was a present for me, so it makes no sense that I have to pay compensation." And she refused to pay. I was at my wit's end, and playing nice was going to get me nowhere. So, I decided to tell her parents everything. The next day, I received a letter of apology through my lawyer, and the entire sum was paid into my bank account. Monica was forced to go and live back at her folks' place, and ordered to sign a written pledge agreeing to never come near me or contact me again. I heard her parents made her start work at a friend's factory, so she could start making repayments on the $25,000 they very kindly lent her. However, I recently heard from one of our mutual friends that now, even to this day, she still insists that she did nothing wrong, constantly complaining about me. Why did he do this to me? It's not fair. He also told me that other people in her life are finally starting to get sick of her bad-mouthing everyone, like she's Little Miss Perfect and can do nothing wrong. She's losing friends, one after the other, and if she's not careful, she'll be completely on her own before long.
Derek, what on earth were you thinking? Today is Carrie's funeral, your wife's funeral. And yet...
Is there a law saying you can't borrow money at your wife's funeral? Besides, I was borrowing money from my own parents, not from Carrie's parents. Plus, Carrie and I are not blood related, so there should be no problem.
I can't understand your way of thinking.
I had no choice but to ask at that time because I really don't have any money now. Even this funeral costs a lot of money.
My family and your parents covered it all. You didn't pay a penny.
Shut up. If my parents are paying for it, then that's the same as me paying for it. It's your sister's funeral, so stop texting me and focus on the funeral.
I don't understand why Carrie married a man like you.
You shouldn't be saying bad things about the man your sister loved. You're making Carrie cry in heaven right now.
No, Carrie always wanted to break up with you. But she couldn't, because you forced her into becoming the guarantor for your debt.
Forced? No, she agreed to it and signed it herself. I can't have you giving her the role of victim. I'm the victim here, having people accuse me of embezzlement, which was actually my boss's doing. They shifted the responsibility on me, and that's how I got into debt. It's wrong to blame me.
But you shifted that responsibility to Carrie and tried to have her repay it all by herself.
I didn't have any money, so I had no choice but to rely on her. Carrie must be happy now that she's free from paying off her debts.
What a thing to say to your wife who suffered because of you! You're rotten.
I'm busy now, so see ya. I have to check if Carrie left anything I can sell.
You really are the worst. Rosie, I'm really sorry about my brother's rude attitude today. I always warn him, but... Shayla, there's no need for you to apologize. Your brother's the one who was rude, not you. But today was Carrie's funeral, and yet my brother was... It's not your fault. I think you did a good job trying to draw the guests' attention away from Derek. So you don't have to apologize to me. Also, you can talk more freely to me like a friend, you know. But since you're older than me, I thought it'd be better to be polite. I'm just 2 years older than you. I'm Carrie's sister and you're Derek's sister. So I guess technically we're not family, but we can be something between family and friends, don't you think? Yes, I like that idea. Thank you. But it might take some time for me to open up. That's fine. Go at your own pace. And never feel guilty about what happened today. It was all your brother's doings, not yours. Yes, thank you very much. So what are your parents' thoughts about Derek? To be honest, my parents and I have always wanted to cut ties with Derek. But my brother was accused of something he didn't do, and we kind of felt sorry that he was betrayed by his colleagues. Oh yeah, he mentioned something about being accused of embezzlement, which was his boss's doing and not his. That's right. My brother is indeed the victim in that matter. The debt he has now is also due to that incident. That's why my parents couldn't be so hard on him the other day and decided to lend him some money. There is also the matter of Nathan. So that's why your parents lended him money quite easily at a funeral. Yes, I did try to stop them from speaking of such things at that moment, but I was also afraid thinking that my brother could go on a rampage in front of all the guests. It would be embarrassing to have them cause a commotion like that. I see. I'm sorry. Maybe if I was stronger, this wouldn't have happened. My brother has always looked down on me, thinking I would never speak back to him. He's the worst kind of person I ever met. I wish I was strong enough to speak back to my brother like you, Rosie. But he won't listen to me either. It's hell to even think that we have to continue our relationship with him. Oh, but my brother told me that he has a new girlfriend and that he's moving out of state to live with her. A new girlfriend? It's only been a few days since Carrie passed away. I know, but I think it's a good opportunity. There are a lot of things I want to look into. Things you want to look into? Hey, where are you? You left Nathan alone in my yard without notice.
I'm sorry, but I need you to look after him from now on. I'm moving out of state, so I'll leave him to you.
Huh? Do you understand what you're doing?
I wanted to take him to my parents' house, but it was a bit far, so instead I took him to your place. If that's too much trouble, then could you take him to your parents' house?
He's your son.
That's why I'm asking you to raise him. I'm sure Carrie would rather have him raised by you than by me.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding. I'm serious. My wife Carrie passed away and I can't raise him by myself. I left the kid at your house so that you can raise him.
Don't regret this decision that you made.
I won't.
Fine. By the way, the woman who was in your car, is she your new girlfriend?
Well, yeah. I'm single now, so why not? Well, take good care of him. Goodbye. Hey, how are you? This is Derek, remember me?
What do you want now?
Well, my wife wants to have a baby, so I came to pick up my kid.
You're rotten to the core. You know that?
It's my kid, so it's my choice what I do with him. I think it's best for him to be raised by his own parents. You think so too, right?
You're not capable of raising a child. give up on being a parent.
What? I'm not giving up. My wife wants to have a kid, but she doesn't want to go through the pain.
I don't care. Don't try to use your child for your own convenience.
He is my child. He deserves to be with his real parents. How could you pull him away from me?
You should go to the hospital and have a checkup. You're clearly not thinking straight.
Shut up. Anyway, I'm coming to your house now. Get ready to hand over the kid to me.
It's no use coming.
Hey, who's that kid? Bring out my real son.
What are you talking about? That boy is your one and only son.
Then how come he doesn't know who I am? When I told him I was his real father, he said, "You're a stranger. Who are you?"
You abandoned him when he was 4 and never came to see him. How is he supposed to remember you?
Just show me my real son. I'm his real father. I'm the one who loves him the most. Otherwise, I'll sue you. I'll tell the authorities that you took away my dear child and won't give him back to me.
What's his name then?
What?
If you love him as a father, then of course you remember his name, right? Actually, I never heard you mention his name. You didn't forget, did you?
No. Well, his name,
You love him, but you don't even remember his name. I'm so dumbfounded. Who would believe such a parent?
I just happen to have forgotten it. I'm about to remember. Tim? Or was it Tom? Give me back Timothy.
His name is Nathan. It starts with an N. Sorry, but I taught him not to speak to strangers. Please, leave at once.
Okay, I'll be honest with you. Actually, this is a big chance.
What are you talking about?
You know, kid YouTubers are the trend. It wouldn't be interesting to see an old man like me on YouTube, but if I can get my son to do things, I think he could become one of those famous kid YouTubers.
Huh?
Everybody likes smart kids, right? If I can have him learn foreign languages or cook good food, I'm sure we'll get many viewers. It all depends on how good I can make him look on screen.
Are you trying to use your own son as a money-making tool?
If he hits the jackpot, we'll all be better off. I've already thought of a few tricks. I'll even pay you some money after we succeed, so please.
I feel sick even just texting you. I shall call the police.
Then I'll call my parents. My parents are on my side, you know.
You still think your parents are on your side?
Of course they are. I'm their eldest son. I'm sure they'll be happy to hear from me, and they should want me to raise Nathan, not you.
That's not true. We've already cut ties with you.
Is that you, Shayla? What's going on?
I'm at Rosie's house right now. Our parents are here too. We all took days off, so the 3 of us came here to visit Rosie and Nathan.
Oh, good. You 3 have to convince that woman to give Nathan back to me. I'll share the money I make from having Nathan become a kid YouTuber.
Did you read the text I sent you? We've cut ties with you.
Huh? Why?
You are a man who will leave his own son behind to elope with a girlfriend just after his wife passed away. We are all so ashamed of you.
I left him with a trustworthy person, so what's the big deal?
If you don't know what the problem is, there's no hope in helping you. I don't want to have anything to do with you.
Shayla, you've become cocky, haven't you? I'm your big brother, so little sis, All you need to do is to obey my orders and not talk back.
I'm not the same person I used to be.
What do you mean?
I'm not the Carolee Shayla anymore. I have become strong to protect Nathan. You can't use me to your convenience.
Ha ha ha. Are you pretending to be a superhero or something? You're just weak Shayla who can't go against me. I was being kind enough to tell you what's wrong and right, and you always believe me.
You always look down on me and force me to follow your orders. You never let me speak out my own opinion. But you lied to me.
Lied? What are you talking about?
That incident being accused of your boss's embezzlement. We know that was a lie.
You have any proof?
I did some research and found out the truth. You were just fired for skipping work all the time. The embezzlement was a lie, and it had never occurred. I can't believe you'd lie like that to get your family's sympathy and have them hand you some money.
Well, I had no choice. We were being chased by debt collectors, and I needed some money. But if I lied to you like that, I knew they'd lend me money without question, so...
Just to remind you, we have an IOU attached to the loan. You signed it too, so you know what that means, right?
I did sign it, but are you really going to make me repay that money? We're family. As a family, we should share property.
I can understand that crazy way of thinking of yours. We are going to charge you for everything you owe us. Don't you dare think of running away from us.
Shayla, what's wrong with you? Where did my kind little sister go? Why are you being so mean to me?
I told you, I've changed. I knew you'd come back one day. I've become strong so that I could protect our family from you.
Damn it. Damn, what the hell is wrong with you? I can't believe you threw your own brother out of the door.
I told you before, didn't I? I've become stronger.
I thought you meant it by becoming mentally strong, not physically.
You haven't given up on Nathan and tried to take him by force. Plus, Rosie looks depressed. What did you do to her?
I'm never gonna give up. I'll definitely get Nathan back.
It's time for you to give up. I called the police.
What?
Trespassing and assault. That's enough to get them to arrest you. Plus, you have a past of fabricating embezzlement at your old workplace. I'm sure you would be a pretty interesting person for the police to look into.
Wait a minute. You're gonna turn your brother in to the police?
I've already told you. We all cut ties with you. If you've got a problem with that, you can come back and fight me, since you like making your way by force.
Oh no, please. I need to prepare a large sum of money ASAP. If the police catch me now, I'll be in big trouble.
I don't care. Goodbye.
Wait!
Rosie, how long are you going to be depressed by that fool's words? You should just forget everything he said. He was just trying to weaken you so to get his hands on Nathan. But maybe that guy is right. Deep down, maybe I took in Nathan because I wanted to be a mother. I thought I was doing it out of love for Nathan, but I don't know. That guy was the one who forced you to take care of him. Remember? I could have left him to your parents. Maybe it was my ego that made me take him in and raise him on my own. Yesterday, I was talking with Nathan when you weren't around. He said he was glad that you were his mother. What? Nathan's classmates made fun of him for not having a father. But he told them that he didn't need a father because he had a very strong and kind mother. Is that so? Rosie, you have become an irreplaceable mother to Nathan. If you want Nathan to be happy, you have to continue to be a good mother. He wants nobody other than you to be his mother. Understand? I understand. Thank you, Shayla. It's okay. Finally, I have the courage to speak out my true feelings. It's all thanks to your help. That's good. But there's one last mission for you. What mission? As your reward for accomplishing your goal, we have to plan a fun trip with Nathan. Yay! Derek was arrested and taken away by the police. In addition to trespassing and assault, he was also found guilty of numerous other crimes. He was sentenced to prison. It seems like he was tricked by the woman he eloped with and had all of his property stolen. So he tried to use Nathan to make money. He only thinks of himself to no end. Now he has no one he can rely on, and of course, no one visits him. He is all alone in his prison cell. I went through the official process to adopt Nathan as my son. With the help of Shayla, my in-laws, and my parents, I will continue to raise Nathan as a single mother. There are many hardships, but I'm very happy every day.